All right. Hello and welcome. Thank you for logging on and attending this morning's program. My name is Matt Schumann. I am on the programming team here at Cary Library. I don't know why I had to look at my notes to remember that. Before we begin, or I'm also in the library today, that's why I'm wearing the mask. Before we begin, please let me know if there are any technical issues. You can send those to me in the chat. This program is made possible by the generous donors to the Cary Library Foundation. I'd like to now introduce Leslie Gabriele from With Love and Gratitude, a team of calming specialists who help bring techniques to reduce stress in our lives. Leslie has hosted our weekly meditation series this summer. And while today is the last session of the season, Leslie will be back on September 14th. Please look at our calendar for more dates to register for on carylibrary.org. So now, please welcome Leslie.
Hi, happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My last summer event at the Cary Library, thanks to the Cary Library Foundation. With Love and Gratitude is an 18-year-old nonprofit organization dedicated to education and service. I like the tag Matt just gave me of a calming specialist. How cool is that? And it will be tested today. So I'd like to thank you again for joining me on this marvelous Monday. So we've been meditating our little brains out, and today I have yet another form of meditation. And I think I've made it clear, but let me be highly repetitive. Even a few minutes spent in meditation regularly can make a big difference, and you've got science behind you to support the claim. Many studies conducted on a group of Buddhist monks over many years. And one of the studies found that when they were meditating, the prefrontal cortex of the monks' brains, that's the part, by the way, associated with happiness, was found to be extra super active. So, want to get happy? Start meditating. So the researchers found that part of the brain that regulates stress and anxiety shrinks when meditation is practiced consistently. By focusing on moment-to-moment experiences, you're in the moment. Meditators are training the brain to remain calm, to let the mind go of stressful situations. Along with this, the monks also experienced a lot less anxiety due to uncertainty about the future. And I think we already know that. How many people, when you hear of a Buddhist monk, think of someone all stressed out, freaked out, worried about the future? I mean, it's not their genre, people. There was an article in the Harvard Health blog that confirms meditation triggers a relaxation response. And by the way, that's why some people fall asleep in meditation, and that's why I say falling asleep is fine. You go for it. So that's my pitch to meditate while I take my little summer vacay. I'll be back, as Matt said, in the fall. I'll be back. So let's just begin by letting tension come down into the belly. So notice, quick scan from your top of your head, to your neck, to your shoulders, your torso, your arms included, your solar plexus. Any tension, just let it drop right down into your belly. And now let the center of gravity send all that tension down into your belly. Let gravity work for you. Let your attention go to the very lowest point of the spine, to the base of the spine. And now as you inhale, draw energy into the spine, to the top of the spine, and then when you exhale, let that energy drop to the front of the spine. So you're inhaling, drawing energy into the spine to the top, and exhaling, letting that energy drop to the front of the spine. So you're encouraging an energy flow up and down your spine. And let that happen a few times. Inhale, draw energy into the top of the spine. Exhale, let the energy drop right down to the front of the spine. Now, with your breath, deepen your breath, you deepen that energy to the top of the spine, and then the dropping of energy to the front of the spine, right down to the front. And after you do that a couple of more times, you can just let the breath settle down into the belly. You notice sometimes maybe there's a residual movement of subtle energy up the spine and over the top of the spine. That's fine. And when it drops to the bottom of the spine, breathe in, bringing the energy up in front of the spine, keeping that flow going. When the energy, the breath drops to the bottom of the spine, breathe in, bringing the energy up the front of the spine. Allow the breath to settle again. Transition the breath, let it find its own natural rhythm. No working, no trying, just breathing and trusting. One of the ways you can do this is you intuitively listen for the quietness all around the breath. You find your own natural breathing rhythm, listening intuitively for the quietness around the breath. What you're actually doing is experiencing the quietness at the core of consciousness. As you listen to that quiet, feel it. Feel it. Notice it has a sense of timelessness. Maybe like if you were all the way down at the bottom of the ocean and all the surface ripples and waves are far above you. You're just listening and feeling those still waters. You can relax into this silence and get a sense of it, a feel of it. It's a very soft touch, really no effort. Just listening to the quiet merge with that knowingness of consciousness. Actually, the primary guidance here is the absence of words. It is the silence. And in the stillness and quiet, you don't experience yourself as a personality or a physical body, even though it's there. You feel and sense into the quietness. which is at the very core of consciousness. Notice if there's any subtle sense of holding anywhere in the body, anywhere in the mind. And remember, you can let it go. You can just relax a little more. Just giving all of yourself to that quiet. No strain. No trying. Just the quiet, simple act of surrender. As you meet yourself with gentleness and engage in the act of quiet surrender, you are able to relax into a timeless and unconditioned dimension of being. As you listen to it and feel into it, you might notice there's no boundaries to this quiet dimension of consciousness. If anyone has a busy mind, all you have to do is leave it be. Watch it. Feel the breath. And sense around the breath, the stillness around the breath, the light and easy touch around the breath. Just notice. Some of you will notice, some of you will quite naturally transition from the breath into the quiet. Very easily ask yourself, can I let go a little more? Not trying, just asking, can I let go a little more? Can I? As you experience this depth of consciousness, you notice more and more unconditional, less and less moved around. The states of consciousness of liking and disliking, agreeing and disagreeing, they fall away. This depth feels more unconditional, less and less transitory and transient. Quite literally, you begin to experience the unconditioned nature of your own being. I invite you to let go of being the one who is doing this. Any sense of being the meditator, the someone doing the meditation, let that sense go. Let the sense of the one listening fall away. Just relax into this silence. Can you let go a little more? No effort, just asking, can I let go even more? As you listen and feel into this state of quietness, you might notice this is a quiet dimension of consciousness, boundless, still. By just listening, you merge into knowingness of consciousness. No effort, just relaxation into silence. You are beginning to experience the unconditioned nature of your own being. I invite you to let go of being the one meditating, of doing, even of being. Let that sense go. Let the sense of being the one listening go. Just relax into this silence. Just let the sense of being the one doing this fall away and relax into the silence. For a moment, maybe for just one moment, you touch upon the sense of the meditation without the meditator, just this meditation, just being, existence without personality. And now a moment of transition. Just have the feeling you are breathing that depth of peace and stillness back from the base of the spine up to the top of the head. Breathing that peace and stillness and letting it fall down the front of the spine, back into the lower belly, into the base. Breathe that depth of peace and stillness back up the front of the spine to the top of the head. Breathing that peace and stillness and then letting it fall down the front of the spine, back into the lower belly and into the base of the spine. Breathing up that stillness through the body, around the top of the head, and then down the front once again. And then just let it all go. Just being, just peace. Namaste. So, yeah, deep breath. Good. So if you have a question or a comment, you want to share your experience, I'll tell you that worked wonders for me. Thank you.
So relaxed. Thank you.
I
Very
could feel it.
relaxing. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It was very relaxing and a gentle meditation. I felt it was easier just to unwind.
Nice.
Thank
It was
you.
20 minutes, everybody, so that's a fair amount of time.
Yeah, went fast.
What's the name of it? Is there a name?
Oh,
No?
someone wrote heaven. Thank you. Is there a name? What should we call it? I didn't name it.
I thought there was a name, but that's not.
I'll have to name it. I'll have to name it to put it into my database. So if anyone's got an idea.
How did it get created? Did you make it up? Did you read it?
It was an accumulation of a variety of things I've heard on the internet, with a lot from Adishanti, who is one of my teachers.
Uh-huh.
So, and his form of meditation, I talk a lot more. Well, his meditations last a lot longer. So we probably talk the same amount of time, but he takes 3 times longer. He spends a lot of time in silence.
Uh-huh.
So. Okay, well, I'll think of a name, Matt, and then I'll let you know.
That's fine. Does he have a name for his version of it?
Yes, well, yes. I'll send Matt a link,
Okay.
and you can go take a look at him. He's got many, 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 many meditations. He's been teaching for a number of years.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that link. Take a look at it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can send that out with the recap.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to be back September 14th, but I want to thank the Cary Library Foundation and Matt, and obviously the Lexington Cary Library, and most importantly, all of you, because without you, this would have been no fun at all. So thank you for making my summer more joyful. I wish you a marvelous Monday. I hope to see you in September. Everyone, stay safe, stay well, stay healthy.
Same to you. Have a good rest of the summer and look forward to your return.
Bye, everybody. I'm checking out the chat room. Thanks for your comments. Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Leslie.